They will beg for you. 9 strategies to make them value you. Psychology tricks. The most courageous act is still to think for yourself. Aloud. Coco Chanel. In today's world, where validation from social media likes and online comments often dictates our sense of worth, it's easy to fall into the trap of constantly chasing approval. How many times have you found yourself going above and beyond, working hard, giving your best, showing up, but still feeling unseen, dismissed, or underappreciated? Despite your efforts, respect feels like an elusive prize, always just out of reach. But what if the key to earning true respect doesn't lie in seeking it from others at all? What if the secret to being valued is found in embracing a life of quiet strength, unshakable integrity, and authenticity? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has shaped leaders, philosophers, and warriors throughout history, teaches us that the highest form of respect is self-respect. It's not about demanding attention or approval. It's about living in a way that naturally commands admiration. Imagine walking into any room with the confidence of knowing your worth is recognized, not because you fought for it, but because you are it. No more feeling the sting of being overlooked or underestimated. Your presence alone speaks volumes. This is the power of living a stoic life, and it's something you can start practicing right now. In the following sections, we'll explore 9 powerful strategies that will help you embody the Stoic principles, transforming the way you live and allowing you to command the respect and value you deserve without ever begging for it. 1. Value yourself before expecting others to value you. Here's the hard truth. You cannot expect others to value you if you don't value yourself first. This isn't just some feel-good advice. It's grounded in the wisdom of Stoic philosophy, which teaches that self-respect must be the foundation upon which external respect is built. When we fail to recognize our own worth, we start leaning on the opinions of others to define us. This is a slippery slope that leads to insecurity, emotional instability, and a life spent chasing validation from others, whether it's from family, colleagues, or even strangers. You must understand that others' opinions are fleeting, unpredictable, and out of your control. They can never give you the solid sense of self-worth that comes from within. It's easy to get trapped in this cycle, bending over backward to win favor, but this will only leave you frustrated and constantly searching for approval. But here's the game changer. When you truly value yourself, you stop begging for validation. Instead of changing who you are to fit others' expectations, you align your actions with your own principles and values. This doesn't just help you stay grounded, it naturally attracts respect. People are drawn to those who don't need to seek approval because confidence and authenticity are magnetic. And that's the real secret to building strong relationships and commanding respect. The key lies in your ability to stand firm in your worth, no matter what others think. This isn't about arrogance. It's about setting boundaries, knowing what you deserve, and never settling for less. When you honor yourself, others will have no choice but to mirror that respect. Your sense of self-worth becomes the magnet that pulls others in, and suddenly, you're no longer chasing people's approval. It's also crucial to set boundaries. Know when to say no and never compromise on what's right for you. By respecting yourself enough to walk away from situations that don't honor you, you send a clear message to the world. I'm worthy of respect. People will begin to recognize this, and they will respect you in return. The most important part of this? It's all rooted in you and how you treat yourself. When you stop relying on external validation, you free yourself from the emotional roller coaster of seeking approval. This is where psychology tricks come into play. When you project this level of self-respect, it triggers something deep in people, whether they consciously recognize it or not. And in the realm of female psychology, this is a game changer. Women, like everyone else, respond to confidence and self-assurance. It taps into their own sense of attraction and respect, making them more likely to value you. This isn't manipulation, it's the pure psychology of how to fall in love with yourself first, so others are drawn to that energy. The truth is simple. If you don't believe in your worth, no one else will. You must create that foundation of self-respect within yourself. Build your identity on your values, your principles, and your actions. When you operate from this place, you will attract the right kind of respect. No more wondering if others like you, no more trying to fit in, just you. being the person you were always meant to be. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom. Don't depend on others to affirm your worth. It starts with you, and the moment you recognize your value, others will have no choice but to value you too. 2. Live with integrity and consistency. You may think that being a high value man is about the car you drive or the suit you wear, but in truth, there's one thing that trumps all of that: integrity. Integrity is the key that unlocks respect, trust, and admiration from others. Without it, you're just a shadow, playing a game that you'll never win. But when you live with integrity, you become a magnet for people, especially women, who are drawn to your strength, consistency, and authenticity. And guess what? This same integrity is the cornerstone of masculine energy. You must understand this. Integrity is more than just a buzzword or a lofty ideal. It's a force, a power that resonates with everyone around you. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who had a thing or two to say about living a purposeful life, believed that integrity was the highest form of strength. Why? Because it's the glue that holds everything together. It reflects your commitment to your values, no matter the circumstances. You're not just paying lip service to your beliefs, you're walking the talk. And trust me, that's what earns the respect of others, whether they're in your personal or professional circles. You mustn't bend to external pressures. In today's world, it's all too easy to get swayed by the opinions of others. Social media likes, peer pressure, or the endless chase for validation can all pull you in different directions. But living like that? You're not living as a high-value man. You're living as a puppet, tied to the whims of everyone else. A true high-value man stands firm in his values. He doesn't let the winds of external influence blow him off course. No matter how tough the situation, no matter how tempting the shortcut, he chooses the path that aligns with his principles. Be the man who says no to what others want when it compromises who you are. It's tough, no doubt. But integrity is about making those hard choices, the ones that may not make you popular or comfortable in the moment. It's about doing the right thing, even when it's inconvenient. Don't be afraid to stand alone. Integrity will always build a rock-solid foundation for you, and that foundation is what people respect. Integrity is your reputation, and it precedes you wherever you go. Take a moment and think of a time when you faced a tough decision. Maybe it was a situation where telling the truth wasn't easy, or being transparent might have caused conflict. A man with integrity won't shy away from that discomfort. He won't take the easy way out. He'll speak the truth, no matter how hard it is. That's a man who's trusted. That's the man people look up to. Live like that, and you'll become someone others will admire. And here's the kicker: integrity also means being authentic. Don't fake it. Be real. Be the same person in private as you are in public. Authenticity isn't just about avoiding a fake persona. It's about embracing who you truly are, flaws and all. When you live authentically, you stop attracting people who like the image you project and start attracting people who like the real you. And that's powerful. Women, in particular, are drawn to men who are unapologetically themselves. When you embrace your true self, your masculine energy shines through, and you start building deep, genuine connections with people who truly value you for who you are, not for some polished version you put on to please them. Here's what you need to remember: integrity is the foundation of all meaningful relationships. It's the anchor that holds everything together. Whether you're in the boardroom or the bedroom, your integrity and consistency are what will earn you respect and admiration. People want to be around someone they can trust, someone who doesn't waver, who doesn't play games. When you live consistently with your values, you attract the right people into your life, and you repel the ones who just want to take advantage of you. So be this high-value man. Be the man whose word is his bond. Be the man whose actions align with his beliefs. Let your integrity speak louder than any words you could say. That's what makes you a leader. That's what makes you irresistible. When you live with integrity and consistency, not only do you earn respect, but you build a life full of relationships that are rooted in trust, loyalty, and admiration. That's the power of a high-value man, and that's what makes you truly attractive: your authenticity, your commitment to your values, and your unwavering consistency. Integrity isn't just a moral choice, it's a strategic one. And it's the foundation of your masculine energy. 3. Build inner strength through discipline. To achieve greatness, to truly master your life, you must understand the power of discipline. It is not about denying yourself pleasures or suppressing your desires. It is about directing your energy and focus on what truly matters. Discipline is the foundation of inner strength and unwavering control over your actions, emotions, and reactions. It's not about being rigid or restricted. It's about sharpening your will and mindset so that you can withstand life's storms. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, said Marcus Aurelius. Master your thoughts, and you master your life. It all starts with the choice to control your mind. In every moment, you decide how to respond. The ability to remain calm in the face of adversity, to not fall prey to fleeting frustrations or short-term pleasures, and to keep your eyes on the long-term prize is the essence of true discipline. You must cultivate an iron mind, one that doesn't bend to the whims of society or emotional impulses. This is the true art of Stoicism, where you choose to be the master of your own destiny, not a victim of circumstance. Discipline is what makes you stand tall when the world crumbles. In your professional life, it is the person who consistently meets deadlines, who doesn't flinch when challenges arise, and who maintains an unwavering commitment to quality. It is not about seeking the approval of others, but focusing on your purpose and values. When you choose discipline, you choose respect. The workplace is full of distractions, people gossiping, temptations to procrastinate, and constant pressure to perform. But those who have developed discipline, who embody the Stoic principle of Stoicism win. Don't let these distractions pull them off course. They remain focused, knowing that their dedication will yield long-term rewards. In every moment, they make the choice to stay true to their values, and this consistency earns them admiration and success. In your personal life, discipline means having the strength to make choices that align with your goals. It means committing to regular exercise, choosing healthy foods, and carving out time for self-reflection. This isn't about punishment. It's about fueling your body and mind for long-term victory. A person with discipline doesn't act impulsively. Every action is deliberate. They don't seek instant gratification, but embrace the Stoic mindset of enduring present discomfort for future fulfillment. As they strengthen their bodies and minds, they naturally inspire others to do the same, not with words, but through their own example. Discipline requires tough decisions. It means choosing what is hard now for the freedom it will bring later. In our modern world, indulgence is everywhere. The distractions are endless, and every corner offers a new temptation. Yet, those who practice discipline and who embody the ancient wisdom of the Stoics know that true freedom lies in self-mastery. As Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." To master yourself is to possess an iron mind, one that cannot be swayed by the chaotic world around you. When you build your discipline, you build an inner fortress that keeps you strong, resilient, and untouchable. You rise above external pressures and stay true to who you are. This inner strength commands respect because it is rare in today's world of distractions and instant gratification. Others will be drawn to you, not because of what you have, but because of the power you possess in your ability to stay focused, to act with intention, and to remain calm amidst the chaos. You must choose the path of discipline, for it is the path of greatness. You are not a passive player in your life story. You are the author. Every action, every decision shapes your future. Build your discipline, harness the strength of your mind, and watch how the world responds. Those around you will begin to respect you, value you, and look up to you, all because you have mastered yourself. The old Stoic wisdom teaches us that true victory comes from within, and that is the key to a life lived fully, with purpose and with power. This is the Stoic way, to win by mastering the self. Now is the time to begin your journey. Make discipline your ally and watch as you create an unshakable fortress of strength. If you find this valuable, like, comment below, and share it with someone who could benefit. Don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom. Comment to remember, I am disciplined and unshakable. 4. Use silence as a strength. In a world constantly buzzing with noise, one of the most overlooked tools at your disposal is silence. While others clamor for attention, silence stands as a powerful force, a symbol of control and self-discipline. The Stoics understood this truth deeply, recognizing that silence is far from empty. It's a mark of strength. When you choose silence, you're not withdrawing or showing weakness. You're showing that you have the emotional composure to think, reflect, and respond with purpose. This deliberate restraint in speech communicates to others that you are thoughtful and in control, earning you respect. Too often, when we speak impulsively, we reveal our insecurities or uncertainties, and our words can misfire, creating misunderstandings or even harm. Silence, however, allows you to pause, evaluate, and then speak when it matters most. The words you do choose will carry more weight because they are delivered with thoughtfulness, making them far more impactful. In this way, silence works as a strategic tool, amplifying the power of your words when you choose to speak. Moreover, silence is a pathway to wisdom. In professional or personal settings, those who listen more than they speak are seen as measured, deliberate, and wise. The person who can hold their tongue, especially in tense situations, radiates an air of self-assurance that others instinctively respect. This ability to remain silent while others flounder shows a deep understanding of the dynamics at play. It's a psychological trick that many overlook. By remaining calm and quiet, you give yourself the space to assess the situation, which is a crucial aspect of female psychology. Women, in particular, are drawn to those who can listen with intention, as it signals both strength and empathy. This isn't just about avoiding conflict, it's about presenting yourself as someone who doesn't feel the need to prove their worth. You allow others to project respect onto you rather than fighting for it. The result? They value your presence more. The Stoic philosophers, like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, argued that knowing when to speak and when to remain silent is an essential life skill. In fact, Seneca once remarked, "It is a great thing to know the season for speech and the season for silence." Silence isn't about being withdrawn or indifferent. It's about choosing the right moments to speak and knowing when your words will be most effective. When you master the art of silence, you show a profound level of self-mastery and emotional intelligence, both of which are highly valued in relationships and leadership. People appreciate those who can remain calm amidst chaos, as it reflects a deep-seated confidence and maturity. In the context of how to fall in love, mastering silence can actually make you more desirable. Instead of rushing to fill the air with conversation, you give others the space to speak, which creates an unspoken connection, a kind of magnetic pull that draws them toward you. Remember, silence is not an absence of something. It's the presence of control, wisdom, and emotional maturity. It's a psychology trick that not only helps in managing relationships, but also in building trust. When you stop talking to fill empty space and instead listen with intent, people recognize that you're not just hearing them, you're understanding them. This is a subtle yet profound form of communication, and it carries immense power. It's in these moments of silence that you position yourself as someone who knows how to navigate life's challenges with grace and poise. That's the kind of person others admire and value, and that's exactly the kind of person you should strive to be. Don't underestimate the power of silence. It's one of the most potent tools in your arsenal for mastering relationships and understanding the complex dynamics of human interaction. 5. Set clear boundaries. Setting clear boundaries is one of the most powerful tools a man can wield. It's a game changer in the pursuit of becoming a high-value man and attracting women who respect and admire you for your strength and integrity. Boundaries are the invisible framework that supports your life, like the foundation of a house that holds everything together. Without them, everything you build will eventually crumble. When you set boundaries, you are making a statement. I respect myself, and I won't settle for less than what I deserve. Boundaries aren't walls. They are protective barriers that preserve your mental peace, emotional stability, and overall well-being. A man with boundaries is a man who values his time and energy, understanding that these resources are finite. You cannot give your best to others if you are constantly giving away pieces of yourself to those who do not appreciate it. Setting boundaries is not about creating distance from others, but about ensuring that you have the space to be the best version of yourself, a version that radiates masculine energy and confidence. A high-value man knows that he cannot please everyone. If you are constantly bending to other people's demands, you are not living your life, you are living theirs. It's tempting to say yes to every request or invitation, but this will only lead to burnout and resentment. Instead, learn the power of saying no in Stoic philosophy. Saying no is considered an essential part of living a life of virtue. It's not about being rude or selfish. It's about staying true to your values, your mission, and your vision for your life. Every time you say no to something that doesn't serve your purpose, you are affirming your worth. You are protecting your peace, your time, and your focus. The Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius understood the importance of boundaries. Despite being the most powerful man in the world, he maintained strict boundaries. He protected his time for reflection and wisdom, and he refused to be swept away by the demands of his position. His life was filled with the chaos of leadership, yet he kept a clear boundary around his inner peace. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This strength came from knowing where to draw the line, protecting his energy, maintaining focus, and choosing not to be distracted by things that would dilute his value. Clear boundaries are also vital for healthy relationships. When you respect yourself enough to set limits, others will take note. They will see that you are a man who values himself, his time, and his resources. This doesn't just attract women, it attracts respect from everyone in your life. When you enforce boundaries in your friendships, family relationships, and work life, you send the message that you will not tolerate being mistreated. You are a man who stands firm in his beliefs and protects his integrity. People will respect you more, not less, for it. They will see that you're not someone to be taken for granted, and your presence will become a source of inspiration rather than a drain. Remember, boundaries are not about shutting people out. They're about creating the space for you to be your best self. It's about ensuring that when you give, whether emotionally, mentally, or physically, you are doing so from a place of abundance, not depletion. A high-value man attracts women by showing up with full energy and presence, not by constantly overextending himself and losing his sense of self in the process. In conclusion, setting and enforcing clear boundaries is non-negotiable for any man looking to maintain his value. It's an act of self-respect, and it lays the groundwork for respect from others. Your boundaries will protect your peace, protect your time, and ensure that you always show up as the best version of yourself, one who is unwavering in his masculinity, self-respect, and confidence. Remember, you are the architect of your life. The more you protect your boundaries, the more you preserve your value. Be the man who knows where to draw the line and watches the world respects you for it. If you find today's content useful to you, don't forget to share your feelings and lessons with us. Or simply comment, "Very cool." It's a great encouragement for our channel makers. Thank you very much. 6. Detach from emotional reactions. To truly master life and command respect from others, you must learn to detach from emotional reactions. Emotions are not the enemy. What matters is how you handle them. Stoic philosophy, steeped in Old Stoic wisdom, teaches us that while we cannot control every external event, we can control our response to it. Emotional control is not about suppression. It's about exercising the iron mind to choose how to act. The Stoics understood that to be truly free, you must be free from the power emotions can have over you. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." You must take this wisdom to heart. In today's fast-paced, emotionally charged world, the ability to detach is your key to emotional resilience and ultimate success. Life will test you. People will insult you, criticize you, undermine you. They will try to provoke you, to elicit anger, frustration, or defensiveness. Don't let them. Don't fall into the trap of impulsive reactions. Reacting emotionally will only leave you vulnerable, diminish your influence, and harm your relationships. Choose composure. That is the true path to strength. When you control your emotional response, you gain respect because you demonstrate wisdom, maturity, and, above all, unshakable strength. Let's be clear, you must master this. When criticized unfairly at work, don't let your first instinct be to lash out. The Stoic will pause, reflect, and respond in a way that aligns with their values, perhaps calmly addressing the criticism or simply choosing to rise above it. It's in these moments that you forge your inner strength. Detaching from emotional reactions doesn't mean becoming emotionless. It means that you choose your response rather than letting your emotions dictate it. In the face of adversity, people respect those who remain composed as they see in you an iron mind, a mind that remains steady no matter the storm. Your emotional detachment becomes the beacon that attracts respect. You'll notice how others begin to seek your counsel, your leadership, and your example. This is Stoicism at its finest, a powerful tool to win in life, to gain control of your inner world, and to command respect in all your interactions. Suffering, as Epictetus said, doesn't come from external events, but from how we judge them. By mastering emotional detachment, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering and achieve greater clarity and focus. Become the person who remains calm in chaos, composed in crisis, and respected by all. You must apply the old Stoic wisdom of detachment, build your emotional resilience, and, with the iron mind of a Stoic, live the life you deserve. 7. Live as if you have nothing to prove. Living as if you have nothing to prove is a game-changing principle that will transform how you navigate life, relationships, and personal growth. It's rooted in the wisdom of Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes strength, self-mastery, and an unwavering belief in your inherent worth. The key here is understanding that when you stop seeking validation from others, you free yourself from the exhausting pursuit of approval. This liberates you to live with authenticity and confidence, which are magnetic qualities that naturally draw people in. Psychology tricks reveal that those who carry themselves without the burden of trying to impress are perceived as more secure and attractive. This is because they embody a quiet confidence, a sense of self-sufficiency, and a clear understanding of their value without the need to broadcast it. Too many of us are driven by the desire to prove ourselves, especially when it comes to relationships, work, or social settings. We feel the constant need to show our value, our abilities, and our accomplishments, and this pursuit creates a heavy internal pressure that can lead to anxiety and insecurity. Female psychology shows that women, just like anyone, are drawn to individuals who radiate inner peace and assurance. When you stop seeking external validation, you no longer have to worry about winning approval, and this is what makes you magnetic. Imagine a man in the workplace who is constantly trying to outdo his colleagues to gain attention or approval. This man is often perceived as insecure. On the other hand, the man who quietly does his best work, not seeking constant praise, but instead delivering results, is the one who garners true respect. His value isn't based on the opinions of others, but on his self-belief and commitment to excellence. The same applies to relationships. Women are more likely to fall in love with a man who isn't trying to prove anything to them. Instead, he lives his life according to his values and actions, without requiring constant validation or accolades. How to fall in love with yourself first and live authentically is the core of this powerful principle. When you no longer need to prove your worth to others, you are free to live as you are, without stress or pretension. You are simply enough, and that is what people are drawn to: genuine self-assurance. This inner strength, rooted in the Stoic belief that true value comes from within, is what inspires real respect and admiration. In the end, when you stop striving to prove yourself, you don't just let go of external pressures, you also cultivate an inner peace that reflects your true worth. And when you're no longer trying to earn the respect of others, you command it naturally. This is how you become the kind of person others value, not because you demand it, but because you live it every day. If you want to truly embody confidence and self-assurance, stop seeking validation from others and live as if you have nothing to prove. When you embrace this mindset, you'll attract respect and admiration without even trying. Comment below with this powerful phrase: "My worth comes from within, not from external validation." Let's get this mindset out there. Share it with someone who needs to hear it today. 8. Cultivate emotional resilience. If you want to be a high-value man, you have to understand something fundamental. Emotional resilience is everything. Let's break it down. Emotional resilience is the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, and it holds the power to transform you into a person who not only attracts women, but commands respect from everyone around him. It's about staying calm, composed, and centered no matter what life throws at you. That is the first thing you need to realize. You cannot control external events, but you can always control how you respond. Life isn't about avoiding pain, hardship, or challenges. It's about handling them in a way that reflects your inner strength and masculine energy. Stoics believed that while you can't always control what happens to you, you can control how you deal with it. This emotional control is the very thing that sets you apart from the crowd. It's not the circumstances that define you, it's how you rise above them. Imagine this. You're at work and a colleague criticizes you. Maybe it stings a little. Maybe your ego feels bruised. The natural reaction is to lash out, to defend yourself, or maybe even to stew on it for days. But a high-value man, a man who knows his worth and his emotional power, doesn't take the bait. He takes a breath, acknowledges the emotion, and then makes a choice. He doesn't let the criticism control him. Instead, he responds with wisdom and poise. He might not even respond at all, because sometimes silence is the strongest form of communication. That's emotional resilience at its finest. It's about understanding that your emotions are valid, but you don't have to act on them. You can choose to stay calm, stay focused, and rise above the noise. This is what attracts women. This is what builds respect, and this is what makes you a true high-value man. You're not ruled by your impulses. Instead, you are the master of your reactions, and that's a sign of real strength. Don't let emotions drive your decisions. Let's face it, life isn't always sunshine and roses. You will face criticism, setbacks, rejections, and even heartbreak. Emotional resilience isn't about avoiding these things, it's about embracing them as part of the journey. When you have resilience, you don't internalize these challenges. You see them as opportunities to grow, learn, and evolve. Each obstacle becomes a stepping stone, and with each one you overcome, you become stronger, more grounded, and more attractive. For example, think about dealing with an unexpected setback. Maybe you lost a deal, missed an opportunity, or someone you care about let you down. Your first reaction might be disappointment, anger, or frustration. That's normal. But emotional resilience means you don't get stuck there. You acknowledge the emotion, but you don't let it define you. You decide to move forward, even when it feels like the world is pushing back. Be the person who stays steady when everyone else is losing their head. This is what attracts women, this unwavering sense of control, this sense of masculine energy that exudes confidence and strength. People around you will notice this, and they will gravitate toward you. It's a rare quality. It's something that commands respect. The beauty of emotional resilience is that it helps you navigate all kinds of relationships, whether it's a difficult boss, a demanding partner, or even challenging family dynamics. Instead of internalizing the negativity, you see it for what it is, a challenge to overcome, not a reason to crumble. You learn how to maintain your peace of mind, no matter what's happening around you. You don't just survive difficult situations, you thrive in them. In summary, emotional resilience isn't about suppressing your feelings. It's about controlling your reactions. It's about choosing to respond with dignity, strength, and wisdom rather than allowing your emotions to lead the way. This is a key Stoic practice that makes you a high-value man. It doesn't matter how old you are. When you master emotional resilience, you master your life. You become the man who handles everything with grace, who earns the respect of others, and who attracts women effortlessly. So, don't wait for life to give you the perfect circumstances. Develop emotional resilience now, and you'll see the world and your relationships change in ways you never thought possible. 9. Detach from the outcome and focus on the process. Detach from the outcome, focus on the process. This is the essence of an iron mind, tuning out distractions and mastering what you can control. The old Stoic wisdom, passed down from legends like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, teaches us to not tether our worth to external outcomes, success, wealth, or the approval of others. Instead, we are called to dive deep into the journey, doing what is right regardless of what the world hands us. Success is fleeting, and outcomes are often beyond our control. The Stoics understood that. When we fixate on results, we set ourselves up for failure, anxiety, and frustration. Whether it's a promotion, a project, or a personal goal, the results are always shaped by forces beyond our control. By placing our value on those, we risk undermining our sense of self-worth. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success, said Albert Schweitzer. It's the pursuit, the daily grind, that truly matters. To live with an iron mind, we must focus on the process. The day-to-day actions, choices, and thoughts we align with our values and not the outcome. In your work, it means giving your best, even when recognition is absent. Pride comes from the effort itself, not the applause. When you detach from the result, you break free from anxiety. You perform at your peak without fear of failure or rejection. When your focus is unwavering on the process, success follows naturally. You become unstoppable. You see, this shift in focus doesn't just reduce stress, it sharpens your performance. The Stoics knew that controlling your actions, not external forces, is where true power lies. As Viktor Frankl, a man who faced the worst of humanity, once said, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. It's in our approach that we find victory. In relationships, the same principle applies. Don't fixate on receiving appreciation or validation. Focus on being present, patient, and compassionate. Your actions should reflect your values, not your desires for recognition. The process is what builds genuine connections, the strength of which is not dependent on external approval. It's about how you show up, not about waiting for applause. What we achieve inwardly will change outer reality, said Plutarch. And so it is in relationships. By mastering yourself, you transform your world. By focusing on the process, your character grows, your relationships deepen, and your reputation solidifies. It's a victory that doesn't depend on external acknowledgement. You are respected for the effort and dedication you give, regardless of the outcome. This is the power of Stoicism. Detaching from the outcome allows you to cultivate an inner strength, a tranquility, and an iron mind that cannot be shaken. The only things you control are your actions, your thoughts, and your choices. The world may throw curveballs, but if your focus is rooted in the process, you walk forward with unshakable confidence. When you master the journey, the destination becomes secondary. So, embrace the process. Stop obsessing over results. Instead, act with integrity, be relentless in your effort, and let the world follow your lead. This is how you win. This is how you master life. Stoicism teaches us that by following this path, not only do we find peace, but we command respect. Focus on what you can control, and everything else will fall into place. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. I hope you have found these Stoic strategies insightful and empowering. Now, here's the thing. The 9 strategies we've discussed aren't about manipulating or playing games. They're about living with integrity, setting healthy boundaries, and embracing emotional control. When you do this, you naturally become someone others respect and value. It's not about begging for attention or approval, but about showing up as the best version of yourself. My advice to you? Start with valuing yourself. Set boundaries, live with purpose, and embody the principles we've covered. The more you do this, the more you'll notice people respecting you, not because you demanded it, but because you've become someone worthy of it. So remember, when you embody your value and stand firm in your worth, the world will have no choice but to notice and respect you for it. Take care and keep embracing your Stoic journey. You've got this. See you in the next one.